Well, the end of the line, definitely for this one. This was my, not my original layout, but a rebirth of my original layout from this house, utilising part of the old board, because it used to be 9'6" from that way to that way. So I added two pieces together here and made a L shape. And I've just had a little workbench down this side, which is the one I use in the room now for all the paints and things. What's happened to this one? Well, the floor or wall beam has rotted away to such an extent that the wall has come away from the floor and dropped. It done this when it was still in better condition than it is now. I did start sort of surveying and ripping this out the other year. Because originally I didn't want to take this down. I wanted to keep the layout as it was, because I was going to build my brewery here on a lean-to, and I couldn't face starting another model railway layout, taking all this shed down. But Mother Nature had other plans, as you can see. When water gets in where you can't see, I put a membrane up, as you can see, and cladded it all. And most of it has obviously gone unseen, although I wasn't coming in here, you know, I'd sort of waned away from the railway. And this is what happened. Not quite as severe as this, but basically that was there. Water had come in, I had shelving up here with my rolling stock on, the little shelves on rails, and it was all smashed over the floor. So I've stripped this off the other year and just left with a bit of crappy old Pico GT steel track. So this has all got to come down because I need to move this shed away anyway, because it overhangs the garage, and part of the concrete pad's got to come down here for an oil tank storage. Yeah, so I think this will probably be, I don't know, a write-off. Certainly it will need a new roof, and it will definitely need a new floor. Because I'm coming through here, I've cracked this beam here, which is when I've been standing on it doing the garage roof. So I think it's just going to be a strip out and break down, and see if someone wants the wood for a fire. I used to have a guy come and get me other stuff because he burns anything and everything for his home furnace. So yeah, my Dexon shelving bracket has stayed. I couldn't get the rest of this off. But obviously we've had another year's worth of rain coming through this roof, and screwing any of this. I mean, I've took out what I was going to save. But even this little incline here that came off my ovals, rounding up here, along here, up to this top section round, and then I had a raised bit, which is this bit here. A little old Triangle Hornby struggled to come up here to the London North Eastern Teaks. So it gives you an idea of how much room you need for a gradual incline to be successful. How's that? Something's turned into just scenic material. Maybe it's this. So yeah, all this has got to come off and dry out and have a fire, or chuck it out the front for this guy. And probably the only thing here that's salvageable is the sockets, switches, and then maybe the light. I've seen better days. Oh, and I found a big fluffy monster in here as well. What are you doing, you plonker? Yeah, and we've had rodents getting through. So yeah, might be a big fire on the 5th of November. That top section off. Hey man, it looks like a mouse that started modelling for me. He's pinched my liking. Some of the carpet underlay we used to use for even a wind turbine. He's pulled all this underneath. All little bits of material. All vacant though. Although we have number 1 mouse rat killer there. Well, number 2 actually. The other one's buggered off back in the house. So the next phase of all of the projects that accumulate in giving me the space to build a railway layout shed. Moved all of these slabs, commonly referred to as cancel slabs, because they're heavy, very heavy. There's about 30 of them there, so that's going to slab this area from my steps all the way across and this area. But I can't do that. I've got to dig a trench here for a fuel pipe for the oil furnace. This is going to be the railway shed cladding, which I'm now going through, which I couldn't do until all the scaffolding was down and the roof finished. So having a digger proves very handy. You can see from the cut shots that may have been included in the last scene, the shed is not here anymore. I raised the soil level up here with some extra spoil. The shed has seen better days. That's the floor with some crappy 1.5 by 1.5 bearers nailed together to make a full one. Shame really, they've done a good job with the main shed, but the floor and the wall they cheaped out on, and obviously over the years it's paid the price. So all of these bloody sheets I got chuffed off in the end with jet washing them all. So I've done this 72, and with these there's 130 sheets. So I think that's adequate to do the walls. I'm hoping it is. I've always got a plan B if not, but the grey ones like that, so they'll go along the front and the sides, and if I haven't got enough, then the black ones on the back, because obviously I don't want the black face in the front with the extra heat they'll absorb.